kick by Rosas is good. And the Giants are off now to a 3-0 lead. In the end, the opening drive, Charles, does yield points. Maybe not the touchdown that they wanted, though.
Yeah, but bottom line, they wanted to get something out of that drive, and they did that. 3 points, they won't turn that down at all.
And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And still a lot of football to be played in this season. We're only in November. A lot can happen between now and January. But if it ended today, they would just be on the out. A pass for Sutton is intercepted. Picked up by the Michigan man, Jabril Peppers. And they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line. First quarter, and now he already has 2 interceptions.
Yeah, he's got to guard against being tentative from this point forward, though. He's got to still make the right reads, make the proper throws. I've seen guys in this league throw 4 interceptions in a game and win. He's got to understand, put it behind you, keep pressing forward.
He's letting this one go for Fuller. It's caught at the 10. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. Second down.
What I loved about meeting with these coaches before the game is we didn't even have to ask any questions. They told us that they were going to be aggressive and push the ball downfield. They weren't successful around that play, but look for them to try it again later.
On second down, here's Barkley. So a nice job to break the 1 tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down.
All right, Brad, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
On the set. 47, Mike, 47. Got you. Hey, Foxtrot. 47's the Mike. 47's the Mike.
From the gun on third down, Jones. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
2 sacks last week, another one right here. He's been unblockable lately, and I think that goes all the way back to not just his offseason, but the film study he's been doing during the week, because I think he's found matchups that he likes, and he's capitalizing.
And a few times he's even defeated double teams. He doesn't care at this point. Now look at this, 4th and 12, and they're going to line up to go for it.
Hey, lock it. Come.
Jones now throwing on 4th down. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. The Giants go on 4th, but come up empty. And it'll be a turnover on downs.
10 logo. Ain't no such thing as a loss. We take a win.
After the turnover, here's Locke. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. They'll get 4 there out of the screen, and it's second down. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. A give, running right, Lindsey. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up third down.
Mike, 56.
Throwing his lock on third down. The 20. He's got a man. It's Sutton. That's complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A very solid gain of 27. Broncos with their first trip to the red zone thus far. They have a 1st and 10 at the 18. Now it's Lindsey. And they'll get him down right around the 16. Tackle made that time by Dalvin Tomlinson.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8 at the 16-yard line.
Three 0 after one on EA Sports.
Giants 3, Broncos 0.
Ready, break. 22's coming, Mike. Right here. Check. Lucky. Back.
From the 16, Locke. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. Phillip Lindsay, the intended target, and it's third down. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better. Got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They got to find a way to bring those two elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
He's coming. We got double up. You draw Porter. Mike's 56. Cut. Now.
To throw on third down. Locke. A little check down to Lindsay. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
And this is why trying to cover the angle route is so difficult. Anyone playing the linebacker position, when they see a running back out of the backfield widen because he heads towards the flat first, oftentimes you widen too much and overcommit. He cuts up inside, and that's what we saw there. A nice pickup for a 1st down.
That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and goal at the 7-yard line.
Recon, 152 fighter. Right there, 56. Let's make these babies cry all the way back home, yo. Let's make these babies cry all the way back home.
2nd down and goal. Locke escaping the pressure right. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
You got to be precise with your throws, especially in this situation. You're inside the 10-yard line going into the end zone. But sometimes the emotion, the excitement, sometimes the decisions just aren't made very well because of that.
Ready, set.
This will be play number 8 on the drive. It's 3rd and goal. Locke now on 3rd and goal. Incomplete. He had his hands on it but couldn't pick it. But it's now 4th down.
My man's getting a little loose with the football there, right? Interception before, almost had one here. He's got to start taking better care of it.
It really should have been back-to-back drives with interceptions. He's lucky there. So they do get 3 points, but that's now 3 drives with only the 3 points, not a ratio that's going to win you many ball games.
Not at all, Brandon. And think about it this way. We all know payoff is the key, right? And wouldn't we love to have the concession on every T-shirt that's been printed in football that says finish on it? Because that's the mantra everywhere. Got to be able to finish drives, put points on the board.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division. Looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, right? Number 1 goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number 2 goal is win your division. Number 3 goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round. It's a gain of 11 and a Giant 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Ready.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
I got you.
Jones fakes the give to Barkley. Eluding the pressure right. Now on the run, he'll throw it back deep over the middle. And nearly picked off. Surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away. But it does get away and it's 2nd down. Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10.
Let's go, let's bring it. Let's bring it.
Now Saquon Barkley. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. First down, Giants on a pickup of 14.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Throwing Jones. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down. So he's 3 for 7 throwing the football right now. Not an awful start, but also not the sharpest of starts.
No, I would agree with that. But if you're a confident quarterback and to play that position, you have to be. You just act like there's something wrong with the wind currents or something wrong with the ball.
It is not you. Keep throwing. That timing usually develops.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. And he's got some space here. 20, 10, touchdown, Giants. Matt Breida, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Giants have taken the lead. Rosas good with the extra point. And the lead is now 10-3. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Broncos onto the field ready to start their next drive. And it's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31.
Check 13.
Now Locke throwing on 2nd down. Flushed out right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down. The Broncos on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4.
Let's get off the field, D.
Topper!
Here's Locke to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Joey Bosa, he continues to wreak havoc in the offensive backfield. Sack number 16 on the year. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. That's taken on the 25. Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And it'll be Giant football, 1st and 10. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Barkley. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
And the Giants, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Our score 10-3 with 2 minutes remaining in quarter number 2. remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down. And they'll need to get to the 35 if they want to keep this drive going on 3rd down. Looking to throw. Jones. And the Broncos get there and take him down. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. On 4th down, Matt Hawk to punt it away. And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away.
I absolutely love the flexibility of these punters. Their leg drive, able to get it way up in the air, and that allows their punt team to get down there and down it inside the 10 because they've had some time.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Well, what's the plan of attack here? Very late 2nd quarter, and look where the ball is.
Yeah, a bad spot for you. But the defense has all 3 timeouts. So what you're telling your team is ball security number 1. It's not all on the running backs if you decide to run the football. That offensive line has got to protect them and wedge out some space because you can't just kneel. They take 3 timeouts. They're going to get the ball back in good field position with a chance to put points on the board. You got to try and get a 1st down and run out this 1st half.
Set 50, play. Mike 22, he's coming. 22's coming. Mike. Let's set a tone, fellas. Let's set a tone. Attack. Tight dog. Ready.
On 1st down, Locke. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked up by the Michigan man, Jabril Peppers. And he'll take this all the way down inside the 40.
And that's now the 2nd time he's picked off a pass here in the 1st half alone. Again, another great read defensively, and you just see him get in the right position to make the play and get his guys the football back.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Jones operating from the gun. Finds his tight end Ingram. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here on a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. Now it's 1st and 10, a big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. After the penalty, they go with Barkley. And he'll take this one inside the 10, down to the 8. The Giants going to go ahead and use the 1st of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the 1st half.
47 to Mike, 47. Check, 47.
On 2nd and 7, Jones. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Get your backs to the goal line. I can hear my high school coach right now. This is when force meets force. Got to be physical in order to win this battle.
Yeah, that's where the physicality pays off. A nice job forcing the contact and forcing the incompletion.
Yeah, Coach Ford would have loved that play.
So a jump there defensively.
And it's a killer. Watch the football. Don't move across the line of scrimmage until the ball moves.
And the penalty, a big assist to this offense. Now it's 3rd and 3. They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. Now the Broncos will use their 3rd and final timeout, as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the 1st half. And Rosas puts this one through. And they will stretch their lead to 10 now at 13-3. Still a little bit of time left here in the second quarter, but they do get 3 before the half and expand that lead.
And they have to be happy about that, and we haven't met a team yet that doesn't put an emphasis on trying to get points on the board in the last 2 minutes of a half. They'll be real excited to have those up on the board.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. We're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
And that is the wise play, because if you think about trying to fool them here, here's what you're facing. You're facing a loosened up secondary, playing a lot deeper than normal. So even if you run some type of misdirection, you're only going to fool them for a second or so. And guess what? They're so deep, they're really not going to be out of position. Take the knee, get to the locker room.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Second half ready to get rolling. The Giants with a lead, and they are set to receive this kick. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that
rush coming, and he's taken down. Von Miller in there to bring him down, and that is sack number 17 now on the season. He is proving his worth defensively. Getting the sack here, that comes after being named the AFC Defensive Player of the Week for his performance in last week's game.
He's stacking games together, isn't he? I mean, you just mentioned what he did the previous week to be named AFC Defensive Player of the Week, continuing to play at that level. And when you get that kind of confidence going, those kind of guys are hard to stop.
So he got free of one tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. He'll get 3, but it leaves him with a big hole here on 3rd and very long.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
Here's Jones throwing on 3rd and long. This is intercepted. Picked up by the USC man, Adoree Jackson. And he will score. Touchdown, Denver. On here, Brandon McManus for the point after. And he puts it through. They're within 3. It's 13-10. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
Check 50, check 50.
80 weapons.
Now Jones throwing after the interception. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Bradley Chubb in there to record another sack, and that is now 6 on the afternoon for this defensive unit. So after the sack, here's 2nd and 14.
Under 10, under 10, 10. Go, go, go,
And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. A gain of 28 yards there and give him a first down.
First downs have not come easy, and neither have runs like this throughout this game.
Absolutely not. He finally felt like, whoa, a sigh of relief. We got something going in the running game.
Set. 60 yards.
I'm coming. Let's go.
Now the Georgia Southern man, it's Matt Breida. And he's got it across midfield and into Denver territory. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. J.J. Watt, make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
Rock it. 6 guys. Check 6.
And they will get this across midfield, but still well short of the first as he's dropped at the 46. 9 yards on the carry, but it's going to lead to a 4th down.
It's 4th down.
Here's Matt Hawk now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And a little too much mustard on that one. It hits a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity there maybe to pin him back. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works.
Ready?
From the 22, here's 2nd and 8.
Who draw perfect? Shoot.
Now lock. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. Now 3rd down is looming. A pickup of 2 on 1st down and just 1 yard there.
Mike 22, Mike 22. Here we go again. Kill. Check.
On 3rd down, Lock. He'll let this go deep for Sutton. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
But it's not been the best game for him, but he definitely tried to get by with a little help from his friend there, trying to create a big play.
Couldn't do it, fell incomplete. But you're right, hasn't been a banner game here in the second half, just trying to get going.
Big thing is trying to keep confidence up and continue to fire.
Fielded at the 20. A very nice job on the run back there. He'll get 23 yards all told. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
2nd and 7 at the 47-yard line.
Down. 90 Wolf.
So we got man. Check.
Now.
On 2nd down now, Barkley. And he's got it across midfield and into Denver territory. And still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to 3rd down.
It's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and 3.
Ready? 60 Pittsburgh.
You remember me. Let's go, baby.
Like, defense.
Operating from the gun, Jones. He'll get this to Eckler. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 1st down, Giants on a pickup of 14. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him to football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are, make him make someone miss in the open field.
Under a minute to go in this 3rd quarter as they come up 1st and 10. On the run, it's Barkley. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
You can't block me.
Get it.
From the 29, Jones, and that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. Before the game, they were running the route tree about as efficiently and effectively as we could have possibly imagined, but sometimes the passes just go awry.
Yeah, let's face it. When you're running the route tree in pregame, you don't have defenders breathing down your neck. You don't have defensive backs making plays on the football. Hard to replicate the intensity of the game in pregame.
And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means fourth down. The ball's still a few inches shy of the marker after the 3-yard run, so now a little soul-searching on fourth down.
A 43-yard attempt.
We have played 3 quarters, and that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Rosa's kick is good, and that extends their advantage to 6. It's 16-10. So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now, because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down.
Let's go, boys. Let's go.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
Back to you.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe try and find one of those special plays for one of your better players. And maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
First down, Denver.
Come on,
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10.
Like 56.
On 1st and 10, here's Locke. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down.
And that was not a bad scramble there on 1st down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable 2nd and short.
Ready, set.
22's coming, 22's coming, Mike. You must be getting tired of seeing me. Deuce.
Pilot, 64, reach. Ready.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Locke. Oh, no, he lost the football. And the Giants have it. It's picked up. And he will score. Touchdown, Giants. This was a close game. They needed a little breathing room. Boy, they got it right there on that return for a touchdown.
Yeah, we would say that this could be huge. Forget it. It was huge. Gave him a comfortable lead.
The defense more than did its job. Now the offense is summoned onto the field as they'll go for 2. Jones now. Following a fumble recovery, he'll throw.
It's interesting that when it comes to 2-point conversions, even heavy run teams tend to throw the ball in these situations. In this case, this one was intercepted.
Yeah, they weren't fooled. They were ready for the pass, picked it off. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. The Broncos onto the field ready to start their next drive. And they weren't on the sidelines for long, but I'll tell you what, I'm glad you and I weren't down there. We could hear the coaches from all the way up here. They were adamant you've got to hold on to the football or else we have no hope.
Yeah, it's easy for me to laugh sitting up here, but you're exactly right. If we were down there, that message would have been received a whole different way. Because turnovers, they've been a big problem for them. Got to take care of the football. Got to hold on to it.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
36. Switch. SOS. Watch twist. Switch. Bang.
Greystone, travel.
On 2nd down, a run with Lindsey. And he almost gets this to the 30, taken down about a yard shy. A Bronco 1st down there, 12 yards on the play.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
Switch it. Come on, switch it. Kill.
Now.
Locke now on 1st down. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off near the 32. So cancel the interception, pass interference.
And you know what else gets canceled? The return yardage. Makes the play, but now it's all for naught.
Ready. 60 or.
I don't even know why this team showed up.
He's coming. Double up. He's coming. Double up. Watch the edge.
He's tripping.
Throwing on 1st down is Locke. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 25. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the 2nd week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out.
Brings up 2nd and 9. at the 26-yard line.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Again, it's Barkley. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So their move is to decline that so they don't get another 2nd down. It'll be 3rd.
So that has to tell us that they're pretty confident in their 3rd down defense, right?
Absolutely.
Whether it's a sub package or nickel package, whatever they want to run out there, they feel like they can defend here on 3rd down.
The Giants on 3rd down. Not so hot. 2 for 9 to this point. This is 3rd and 7. From the gun, Jones. They'll complete this to Ingram as tight end. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th.
He wasn't the primary target, but I think it was almost like a check down situation, wasn't it?
Yeah, hoping he can break some tackles, the big tight end, but he couldn't do it.
Yeah, get it to that big frame and hope he can scatter some bodies, unable to get it done.
Here's Matt Hawk now as he's on to punt for New York. .46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well. And this one will wind up being down just outside of that 20-yard line.
At their own 22-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And last time, 1-play interceptions, so this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling, because a 1-play...
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Joey Bosa in there to bring him down, and that is sack number 17 for him now on the year. Throwing on 2nd and long. Lock. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by the Michigan man, Jabril Peppers. And they're going to be set up in the red zone at the 15. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offense coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down. They'll run it again with Barkley. Oh, good move. And he's going to get it inside the 10 to the 7-yard line. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first timeout. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. The Giants on 3rd down. Just a 20% success rate at 2 of 10. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Jones from the gun, he'll throw. And he's got it. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. Saquon Barkley hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Giants use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Rosas now to add the PAT. And that one makes this a 19-point game. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Lock again here on 2nd and 10. And he whips that one incomplete there. Philip Lindsay, the intended target. But now it's 3rd down. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure. The backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
And that last penalty makes this 3rd down play a little more interesting. 3rd and 5.
Watch twins. Watch twins.
From the gun on 3rd down, Lock. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. So it's Bronco football as we get you reset here. They come up on a 4th down situation with things not looking particularly rosy. Lock gonna go on 4th down. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Bush. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th.
Check three.
On 1st down, block. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. Call that a loss of 5 yards on the play. And it'll make this a 2nd and long. Here's Locke. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down. You and I watched film yesterday, and you told me to watch his feet. Well, for whatever reason, his footwork just looked off on that throw.
And you always love it when the next defensive back talks quarterback mechanics, right?
Well, but you're good at it.
Well, I try, all right? I don't know how good I am, but it doesn't take much to tell. His mechanics are off a little bit, exactly what you described. Footwork, that led to the incompletion.
This one complete to the running back, Lindsay. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Now the Broncos going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in the 4th.
Go now. That's over.
56.
Hey, wahoo.
56 to Mike.
On 1st and 10, Lock. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. It was Quincy Williams with a tight coverage there. Another pass attempt, another incompletion, and they're just a little over 100 yards passing here in this game, so defensively, pretty good job.
Definitely, because they were never really able to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers. So a lot of credit to the defensive game plan, and especially the execution.
He's going to let it fly. That's incomplete. Nearly another pick. My goodness. I guess at this point, Charles, heck, why not take some shots?
I would agree with that totally because a big play can't hurt at all. Heck, you might get a pass interference call out of it. Somehow the ball might get tipped up and you come down with it. Might not do too much for the result of the game, but it could add to your stats.
To throw on third down. Lock. He's got his tight end fan. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 39. Now the Broncos will use their third and final timeout as they'll stop him with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
General West. 22's coming, 22's coming. Mike. Stay with your man. Shoot. Shoot.
Again, it's Lock. Now a desperation throw. Got a man. It's caught inside the 10. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Cortland Sutton, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Broncos get a bit closer.
I'm not sure win-win is the proper term here, but it certainly felt like it. They got the touchdown they needed. But if I'm on the defensive side of the ball, okay, you got the touchdown, but it sure took you a long time.
Yeah, because offensively, though, you're probably hoping for a 1 to 5 play drive. That one ate up a little more time than they were hoping.
You're exactly right, and if you have that 1 to 5 play drive, you actually build up momentum and even more hope. When they had to slog their way downfield, they got the touchdown, but it's almost like, yeah, you know,
doesn't feel right.
Exactly.
So they will accept the penalty and move forward. Good starting field position for the New York Giants here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. This is Barkley. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
15
brings up 2nd and 11.
You better be afraid.
And Charles, I think when the schedule comes out, all teams, no matter where